And I have a first question. There is, how did the idea come about for you to be part of this tour that's coming to Brazil this March, alongside Offspring, Sublime, The Damned, The Warning, Emil and the Sniffers, and how this came about?
So we were approached by the promoter and it sounded like a whole lot of fun and with a bunch of bands that we love. So we figured like why not? Let's just do it because we just got home from Europe, our European tour. Um and we've been home for about a week and then we fly tomorrow to Brazil. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes. And how does Race Against feel about the reception from the Brazilian audience, which is traditionally passionate about music and engaged in political or social issues, especially after your shows in Brazil in 2023? I think you got one show in Lollapalooza Festival. It's a big one, and the other
Yeah.
one it's only the Race Against the one show. I think it's two.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did
know.
I think two Lollapaloozas, yeah.
Okay. And how it does the to make this show in Brazil? How do you like the Brazilian audience? We Brazilians there are a lot of social issues. We like to a lot of punk rock and letters that there are political like your lyrics. How do
Yeah.
you feel in that time?
I mean, I think we love playing Brazil. I think the fans are so passionate. It just, I love playing the crowds that have big sing-alongs and they're dancing and having fun and they're very interactive. And we've always gotten that from playing Brazil. Um, and I think it's great to come back to play a punk rock fest. Lollapalooza was super fun, but it was a little bit of, we were a little bit of a fish out of water, a little bit. So it'll be nice, and we're friends with a lot of the bands that are playing the punk festival. But it'll be good to just kind of hang out and reconnect with those bands and reconnect with our audience and just have a good time. But it's always been fun to play down there.
Okay, so now I have a few questions about the new album, Not. The first one is what the meaning behind the nod, the title, and how does the music reflect the current moment of the band of the Race Against?
Well, so the song Nod is about kind of being part of your local punk rock scene and finding a place to fit in and finding like-minded people. And you kind of get this sense of family that's unspoken. It's like you show up to a punk show and you just know you're among people that are like-minded and are all in it for the same reasons. That's kind of what nod means. That's the meaning behind the lyrics. Um, and it's definitely it's definitely it talks about the roots of how we all got into punk rock, and I think it's important to establish where we all come from, as far as musically and how we kind of fell into like the punk rock scene. I think that's important to know the history. Um, so yeah, Nod is all about that.
Okay, and how important, I think you already responded that, but how important is the song Not for the band after 3 years without releasing new material?
Um, I think it's always good to move forward with new music, to keep progressing. Um, this Nod, just recording Nod and the songs that will follow eventually. Um, where it was a different process for us. We used a different producer, Catherine Marks from London, and we recorded a lot of it live, which we haven't done in the past. So it's very raw. It's just four guys in a room playing music and just being, it's recording that kind of vibe. And I think that's why the song Nod sounds so different from previous records. Yeah, it's all about just capturing just the raw energy, not overthinking the music, not overthinking um, things to add to the song. Is all about just the raw vibe of the band.
Okay. And at what point in Race Against Career did the need Reese to make an explicit call for people to exchange the reactions for actions? How was that point?
Like just for people to like to expression or
Yes, like a call for the people to instead of just reaction about the issues, and so that, and instead of that, take actions. Go
yeah,
for.
I think the at the heart of the band, the um the call to respond to something negative in the world has always been there. There's always been part of the band. It's always been part of the punk rock scene at its heart. Um, I think we always encourage people to use their voice um, and be respectful while doing so, but also like don't be shy to speak up. I think that's important. I grew up very quiet as a kid. I was afraid to speak up, and then at some point when I discovered punk rock and the skateboarding community, it kind of taught me to like no, like fuck that, like use your voice, like speak up. And I think that's how I raise my children. I think that's the best way to go about life because then you don't feel that if you have your say, then that's that's all you can do. So like is use your voice. So if you don't do that, you're gonna feel disenfranchised or you're gonna feel, frustrated, you know?
I know. I understand that. And what motivated the group to initially sign with a major label without giving up its political accents? No.
So when we got approached from major labels,
Mhm.
our first our main focus was to maintain creative control, and then even if that meant taking like less money. So that's what we did. We had a deal that was more in our favor. It was less lucrative financially, but that wasn't important to us. Like what was important was maintaining, yeah, the core of the band. um so when we found, because we originally signed to DreamWorks and then it turned into Geffen, and way back in the day, that's what they did. They kind of left us alone. Like we just wrote records and handed them in. We've never got approval from anyone. We just did our thing. And it's clearly it's worked because we were just left untouched, and we're still here today. We've never gotten dropped by a label. It's been a very successful career, so we're very lucky in that sense.
Yes, I agree. And now I have a few more questions. That what advice would the band give to the new punk rock groups looking to maintain an activist stance, even under pressure to sign with the major labels? The pressure that exists in the new punk rock groups.
Yeah, I think you have to remain as trite as this is to say, you have to remain true to what makes you happy and to who you are as a musician and a band. Don't let someone try to convince you of something that you're uncomfortable doing. Um, because if you're uncomfortable, then that's a red flag, and that's reason to move away from whatever, if it's a record deal or playing a show that you're not comfortable with. um you have to feel it in your heart. And it's a good guide. Your heart really speaks volumes, right? Like, and so if something's not feeling right, that's a sign, like don't move away from that.
Yes. And could you leave a message for the fans who will be at the shows in Brazil in March?
Well, thank you so much for all our fans in Brazil that have supported us over the years. I hope that they come and sing along with us at the show and have a good time with us. So just, yeah, just thank you, everybody.
Yes, I'm going to the show. I'm from Curitiba, the south of Brazil, and
Oh, yeah,
yes, I will see you, you guys. Me and my
great.
husband. Sorry, my great.
That's okay.
I'm a lot of I'm anxious about the show. We bought the tickets a long time ago, so I think it
Oh,
was great to see you guys live.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it'll be fun. So yeah, I will see you there.
Yes, it's very important for the groups here in Curitiba. We have a lot of bands, new bands. So the message that your group say to the bands, it's very important. We've got a I sorry.
That's okay.
We need this. We need some punk. We need to react. We need to take actions that you
Yeah,
need
yeah,
this. This show will
you
be
need to let it
awesome.
out.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
the show will be awesome.
Well, very
So
cool. Thank you.
that, that's it. Thank you very much for your
All right,
time.
thank you.